Good morning, everyone. How are you? Want you to remember one thing this morning, right there, and don't forget it. All right. I told you guys I was going to do a video yesterday. I ain't seen anybody update right now on my Titan International knives. Well, I got a few of them up here, but I got my Angry Warrior tackle box knives. I have my Sorcerer's Stand knife. And then I got my 3 Titan Internationals. I thought I had 4, but I've only got 3 that I could find. Now, 2 of them have their own case. This one is a case that I picked up from a buckskinner who makes knife cases. This one isn't actually for this knife, so I need to do a little, I got to find somebody to do some extra stitching on it for me so that the knife will fit. But what the heck, that's a good knife for it, or it's a good scabbard for it. All right, these are my Titan International knives. Titan International is a company out by Chicago, Illinois. It's kind of like you see the advertisements in magazines for Stauer knives, Stauer Stauer knives, and they're generally about 70 to 100 bucks, and they're a decent knife. But these Titan Internationals, I like the guy that sells them. I like the company. I do like their Damascus. This is a big old Bowie blade. And I like the file work, the brass file work. I like the file work up here, especially on the back of the blade. I don't know if you can see that or not. That's some nice file work, man. Really nice file work. The Damascus is really nice. Nice pattern on a Damascus, and they are sharp as shit. What gets me a lot of times is their handles. The brass, and then the little inlays in between the brass and the other. The way they do their, and this is Damascus steel on the hilt, really nice. And that's screwed on. I do like their decorative pins at times. It depends on the knife, what kind of pin, but or what kind of design. But I like that one. That is a fairly hefty blade. That is a fairly hefty blade. Now, the other one I got is this one. I think I got this last year or the year before. And I really do like their Damascus. Their Damascus is really nice. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? But I go through their tables, and they have several tables of knives. I always look for a knife that's this kind of belly, tip belly, and I always look for straight off. That's the type of design knife blade I like. Hey, Seth, how are you, buddy? Jeff, how are you? Oh, hey, I was going to say something. Um, if you guys know Dandy Dave, I need a claiming email from him. I need his mailing address. I mailed everybody else out today except him. He's right here. This one I just packaged up for Jenna, but this one's got to go to Dandy Dave, and I need his address. I always look at knives that fit my hand, that are really comfortable in my hand. That's what I always look for. But that's a style. That's the style of blade that I like. Now, I do have other styles of blades, and I'll show you right here and here. But when it comes to using a knife, this is the blade style that I prefer. And about that size also. What is that? 6 inches, 6.5 inches? That's about what I prefer. It's not too big that you can carry this all day. I wouldn't carry this son of a bitch all day. I just wouldn't. But it's a nice, pretty knife. I do like it. But that's my knife. Now look at the handle on this one. See the pin? It's a decorative pin too, but different. Plus it's got two brass pins and it's got a brass lanyard hole. Another thing I like about their knives is that they're full tang. Full tang. All their knives are full tang. I don't know what this wood is. It's very dark and pretty wood. Almost like an oak, but really close grain, so it might be a walnut. But and then their case for this knife is actually not a bad case. Nice and thick. I don't like these big belt loops like this. I prefer a clip down here, but that's okay. And the snap is all right. I don't mind that at all. It'll stay in there. So I like that one. Now this is the one I got this year. And I don't like this right here because, let me take this out. This I like. This snap I like. But this one I don't like because if you notice that all that does is just slides back and forth in there. And that's just a pain in the ass to take off. So what that needs to be done is that needs to have a rivet right through here. And I'll put a rivet on there. So I'll pop it through from probably the other direction. I can get a rivet gun in there. If I can't get a rivet gun in there, then I'm going to have to rivet it from the other side. I think I can get a rivet gun in there. But if not, then I'll rivet it from this side. But I don't like that. That's just cheesy. That's just cheesy. I don't like that at all. This I like. That's okay. And it's actually sewed inside, riveted right there. You can see the rivet. And the case is nice and thick. The stitching is great. Got a little bit of show on it. A little bit of stamping. So that's not bad. Again, I don't like the belt loop style, but I prefer to clip. Prefer to clip like this. But this one was really nice looking too, and I showed you this one yesterday. That Damascus looks pretty good. I don't like this style of blade, but what the hell. It felt really, really good in the hand. Does not have a lanyard hole on this one, if you'll notice, but it does have two brass pins plus this big decorative pin in the middle. And I'm not real sure what the material for the handle is. I don't think it's bone, but it might be. A nice little brass spacer in there. I like that with the file work. This one is not as elaborate as some of the other ones I've seen, but this one's really nice. And it's balanced really well. It's balanced right there at the at that brass bolster. Right there. So that's not a bad knife. But I do like their Damascus. I have other Damascus knives, but speaking of which, here's one here. This is from Sorcerer Stan's buddy in California, and I watched a video on how he makes these knives. Very, very nice. I really like the file work on this. You see the file work? It's all the way around that handle. It's on the bolster. It's on top of the blade. And this handle is different material. It's bullhorn and something else. Now, I don't really like that style of blade, but you know what? It looks really nice. Look at that. Look at the Damascus pattern on the top of that blade. Isn't that pretty? My God, that's pretty. And you know, Damascus is made from two steels. So you have a harder steel and a softer steel. Softer steel is spine, harder steel to the edge. But yeah, Great knife. Great knife. I might get some more of these from that guy. This guy makes some really nice knives also. And then you guys know that I like my little angry knife. It's got the screw together rivets, 2-part rivets. It's got a little hole in the handle for a lanyard, but it's got these nice little Kydex sheaths with the belt clip on, which I really like. I could take that on and off and wear it. You don't even know you have this knife on. These are more neck knives than anything, but that's that little knife. That's that style of blade that I like. I use this all the time right here at the desk. I wear it when I go out. I'll put it on my belt. But the one thing you didn't know is I have another one that I bought from Angry. Now this one has the lanyard hole in an exposed part of the handle at the back there. It has the 2-part screw rivets, but this one, it does have the blade design that I like, but this one has thumb grips right on the top. So somebody filed some thumb grips right there, which is nice for you placing your thumb. Hey, freaking awesome. Oh, thank you, bud. Thank you. Hey, Cartier. I'm surprised you're up already. And you'll notice that the blade has indents for your fingers. So did a little file work back here too. I think that was unnecessary, but whatever. It's a nice little knife also. Nice little knife. And then most of you guys don't know that I got a third one from Angry too. This one's got a little strap for tying around your leg. Nice little flat Kydex. That one I really like. You got a Tanto style blade. A little bit more elongated than a normal Tanto. It's got the lanyard hole back here on the exposed part of the hilt. The two-piece screw together rivets. The same plastic style handle. No finger grooves here, although it's got a so your finger won't slip forward right there on the guard. I like that. It's also got the thumb grooves up there on top for your thumb, so it won't slip. But man, oh man, is that a nice little knife? Now, granted, you can't hardly grip it because it's so small, but it doesn't need that much grip for this small of a knife. Look at that. That thing is beautiful. And if you look at it, the size of your hand, that thing is real small, man. I don't know what this would cost poured down ounce. I don't know how much silver that would take. 4 ounces, maybe? I don't know. It'd be heavier than this, I'll bet you. Hold up. Let's do something here. Oh, it's heavier than I thought. 64.14 grams. So it'd take 2 ounces anyway. That's what I thought, 2 ounces. Yeah. Oh, better shut it off. Ah, come on. You son of a bitch. $64.14 grams. That's a cute little knife, but I'll tell you what, that would do some damage. That would do some damage. It's got a nice little sheath too. This one does not have a belt loop though, or a belt clip. You notice that? This is more of a neck knife. There. you would wear that one around your neck, under your shirt. That's what that one's for. I like that one a lot. You could put that under your shirt. Nobody would know that that is there. Nobody would know that that's there. I like that a lot. All right. Let's turn this stuff back down again. Let's see what we got. There we are. See my little pillow desk here. All right. That's what we got for knives. That's just some of the knives I got, but some of the good ones. I like them. They like these. So we'll get these out of the way. We'll put them up there. Oh, that's a beauty, isn't it? That's just a beauty. Just a beauty knife. All right, let's put that up here. We'll get some of these out of the way. We do have, in all actuality, I get my coffee out of the way. Good. Damn, that's a lot of room. All right, my wife had to leave. She's off work today, but she had to take my mother-in-law, her mother, over to Mason City to get her chemo treatment today. Yes, my mother-in-law has cancer, so, but she's still up walking around. She's getting chemo and blood transfusions and stuff when she needs it. I got one package there. I got one package here. I'm not even sure who that's. Oh, that's a second chance. And I have a big package here. This one is Pizza Guy? I don't know who this is. Hold up a second. I'll have to look. I got to look in my my book. Hold up a second. I'll get it for you. Where the hell did I put it? There it is. Down here under my other stuff. I got to look and see who this is. I don't recognize people by their given names. I recognize them by their YouTube names, and a lot of times when I get a package, it's got their regular name and address on, and I don't know who in the hell it's from. Nope, not Pause. I thought it was from Pause, but man, it's not pizza. Damn. I don't know. Sometimes I just got to look in the package to figure out who the hell it's from. I'm telling you, man, I don't, I know, I recognize the name. I recognize the name. I just don't, I can't put it together with the YouTube name. Los Angeles, California. I'm kind of wondering if this isn't one of Angry's friends. Just thinking here. Oh my God. I went all that way and didn't find him. Good Lord. All right, well, we're going to open that. I don't know who that's from. I got one from Frostbite. This one right here. I sent him some stuff to look at, and I sent some stuff back, but peel this label off here. I wanted him to look at those 3 peace dollars that didn't test in the right category. They tested silver, yes. They tested 90%, but they didn't test in the right category. They should have tested between 1900 and 1945, but they didn't. They tested for silver before 1900. So that concerned me. And so I sent it down to him to have him look at them, just to check them out, to see. Hey, Lucky Star. No, it ain't MLGB. I don't think so. I don't think so. You got a lot of water. What the hell are you talking about? When your car's underwater? Oh, yeah, the little pounders. Yeah, they do come in handy at times, like for something like that. But all right, here, open this up. What do we got here? I'm guessing that one's folded over, ain't it? Yep, that one's folded over. So, where's the flap on this one? Right there. So we'll cut that right here then. That's what I do. Try and reuse stuff all the time. You see how that's going to be reused now? Fold that flap over, fold it in half again. All right. And here we go. Okay. And if you're going to use this stuff, old packages for padding inside of your packages, make sure. Oh, God damn, man! What the fuck? Make sure that the addresses for the people that you got them from are not visible, because they may not want you to be transmitting that all over. However, I have Jenny Sweetheart's address, so I really don't need it. Let's see what we got here. There's one, there's two, there's the other one. Okay, so he sent them back. Did he send a note? Did he send a note? Those are the peace dollars I sent him. Right there, 1, 2, and 3. And we got a piece of cardboard with nothing. And we got nothing in there. And maybe I'm just going to have to email him and see if he found out anything. Nope. No explanation, so, okay. We'll keep that. That goes in the trash. But we got the peace dollars back. And again, like I say, see, this is a 22. That's a 26. And that's a 24. Okay, now I have other 22s and 24s. But on my Sigma, and let me get it out here for you. On my Sigma, it has a, we turn it on, and you may not be able to see it, but we'll go to metal, there's silver. If you look, it'll have 90% coin, 1945 to present. It'll have 90% coin pre-1900. And I'm sure you can't see it. If I went like that, you could, but. And then it's got 90% coin 1900 to 1945, which is where all three of these should fall. And then it's got 90% coin 1900 to 1945. So let's just test this. 1900 to 1945 select. It shows yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, yellow, red. All right. It should show green, yellow, yellow, red, yellow, red. Yellow, red, yellow, red. Okay, 1900 to 1945. That's where they should fall. Now, if I go to pre-1900, pre-1900, they will fall right in the green. Perfect. So it doesn't bother me too much that it tests for silver. It's just the amount or purity of the silver. It should be 90%, but it should be in the date range that it should be in. So I'm confused with those three. Now those are the only 3 out of 30 or 35 that tested that way. So there is something up with that, but I don't know what it is. And I'll have to get a hold of Frosty and see what he thinks of that. All right. If you guys can enlighten me, please enlighten me. Your gallbladder's coming out on the 16th. Good. You're going to be so much happier that way. Let me see. Which buddy of mine, Dwight, had his out not too long ago. He said it's a difference between night and day. Night and day. Freaking awesome. You're amazing. Capsules over the back of the animal. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I understand what you mean. But that's okay because I think Frosty knows that I have Jenny's address too, so it's not a big deal. But just reminding people to be careful with that stuff. What do we got here? All right, that's from Darlene. That's from Second Chance. So let's open that up here on the top. I can reuse that, I think, maybe. I might be able to get in there. Come on. That's the tape. I think. There we go. All right. I think we got that. What do we got? Yeah, well, there's some other stuff in there. Did she tape that in there? Yes, she did. Wow. Man, that was quick. How the hell did she do that so quick? That was just a night or two ago. Wow. Yeah, I won. I chose her box, her chest. I think that was the night before last. And I got that copper. Oh, you can see it real good. That copper. Which I have a couple of these I like. Oh, I got 2 of them. She gave me 2 of them. All right. That's good. Well, now I can start giving these out too. Put those down there. What else did I get out of that little chest? I thought I got a couple of dimes, but I did get that. See, I have that one in the wild, but I don't have that one slab. That's a 69 slab. Yeah, I'll take that. That moose, that's good. I got it in the wild, but I'll take that one. And see, that's how I get my slabs most of the time. I don't really buy slabs. I bought a few, but that's a nice one. I like that. Let's set him up there. Oops. And have him fall over. We'll set him up there. And what we got in here? I thought I got dimes in that one, but maybe I got something else. This might be 2 races too. You never know. Uh-oh. Did they save it? Yeah, mostly. Huh. I got more stuff in there. I didn't know. It might be from... This might be from a different... might be from a different chest. I know I won that one, finally. I asked her about buying it, but I won it, finally. That's the grizzly bear. That's a 2019. That one sat up there for a while. Nobody took it. I thought, well, I don't know. I'll look see if I got a grizzly bear. I did not. I did not. I got polar bears. I didn't have a grizzly bear. So, all right. Let me see. Let's set this up here. I'm going to put these up here on coin stands. Just like that. There we go. And what do we have here? Well, we got that one walker. I knew we had. That one might have been a different chest now. I'm thinking a couple races in different chests because I just got one the other night. So I got a walker. I got a walker. It's well loved, but hey, it's a walker. What is this one? This is a 42, I believe. Hold up a second. We will look. Yeah, 42. And as far as I can tell, it's a filly. It's got the W over there on the side. You wouldn't be able to see it, but it's very, very dark. Yeah, there's a W over there. On the end of the log that the eagle's sitting on. There's a W there. And I'm sure that's the artist's initials. It'd be A.W. Weinman, Adolf Weinman. But I don't see a mint mark. So that's a filly. All right. Well, that's cool. 42 walker. I can live with that. And then this one is the, and I'll have to put it in a capsule. I'm probably not going to take it out of there. That one's a Canadian Cougar. That one is the, what, 2016, 15, 16, 15. Boy, it's hard for me to see that shit. 2016. That's a 2016 Cougar. And I don't know if I had one of those or not. That's the one I was originally after. This one came in the chest. I know this one did. Because I asked her about it and then I got it in the chest. So that might have came with the walker then. I don't know. Wow, that's good. I got a couple for my collection then. I got 3 for my collection. Nothing for weight, everything for collectible. For me, anyway, that's for me. Maybe not for you guys, but all right, then we got this big mamma jamma from the guy I don't recognize the name from. So let's where's my desk knife? My desk knife. Let me look at chat for a bit. Okay, Cartier. I know you got to go to work, so take care, buddy. Yeah, you can live without it. It's more for, you know, it helps filter poisons, but it injects the bile into your liver. Yeah, I know, man. It's bad, but you're gonna feel so much better without that damn thing. That stone is just make you miserable. And Dwight had the same thing, man. It had to come out. All right, let's see what we got here. I don't even remember ordering or winning anything this big. I really don't, but it could be. Oh, it's a set. I'll bet it's a Canadian set. I'll just bet you. Because I have been on auctions lately buying some Canadian stuff, so. Oh, I know. God damn it. You kicked my ass when I saw it. You know who that is, don't you? Who this is? Can. Damn it. That's why I don't recognize the name. Because his name is nothing like his YouTube name. That's why. And I never, ever remember. All right. I'm going to put all of this back. This packaging can be used for something else in the future. I'm not sure what, but I have to put it away. This is I'm not sure if this is the entire set. These are the 50-cent sport commemorators, 1998, 2000. Let me see if I can open this up. See, Royal Canadian Mint, and it's the 50-cent sport collection, I believe. Here we go. And there is some of them that aren't here. There's one that came out of someplace. There are 1, 2 that I don't have in here. And this is and I got to find out where the other half of that's at. It's in there someplace. Yeah. RCM Sports Series 2000 Sterling Silver. Yep. All right. Let me see if I can find the other part. There it is. No, it isn't. I can't. I don't know where the hell it's at. I'm almost thinking there should be one up there. Yep. One down here. One down there. It's not a full set. I didn't buy the full set. Come on, you slide in there. You know what? I should look and see if one of these is missing that. And see, that's what they are. And they're in the tins. Get it closer. Come on. Right here. That's the hockey one. That's the one I originally bid on. But then he told me that he had the rest of the set if I wanted to pick them up. I said, yeah, I'll. And then I realized that some of them were already sold. So I'll have to refill this set. So if anybody has these from Can's auction, I'd buy them from you. Not a big deal. How many's missing? I think we have, what? We will have, and I got to look and see which one doesn't have one in. Because I have that one has one in. See, there are slots for 4 on each side. One has one in. That one has one in. See what I mean? There's a slot for 4 on each side. So there is 5 of them missing out here. But there it is right there. See? That one came out of there. And see, there should be 12 of them. But this set, what was left of it, only had 7. So if you had bought some of these from Can, I would buy them from you just to refill this set. There you go. All right. Center Auction Bridge. I don't know what the hell that is. We, they, individual scores. That's a bridge score sheet. See that? That was in there. That is a bridge score sheet. I don't know why that's in there, but it was in there. So we'll leave that. Then we have this note. It says, while you were out, JJ, the bathroom wall. Thanks, Gary. Happy spring, my friends. See you in the streams. Can. Yeah. He didn't have to send that whole thing because that was on a note that he had taken over the phone. That's what this is right here. This is the only thing he needed to put in there. So, that's what we got there. Like I say, if anybody knows where the other 6 are, 4 or 5 are, I would gladly buy those. I am not unopposed to that. And maybe there's only supposed to be 3, 6, 9, and there's only 2 that are gone. I don't know. I'll have to do my research. But, yeah, I'd like to have a complete set. But if I don't have the complete set, it's not a big deal. Not a total loss, but that'd be kind of neat. All right, there we go. And see, this is the one that I had bought one, and then he said he had the rest, and he would sell them to me. I said, okay, no problem. Okay. We got that. We got that. Not a problem. We got that set now, or most of the set. The box is just as collectible as the coins are. And they're not solid silver, they're sterling silver. So, not a big thing, man. Not a big thing at all. Oh, that fell down. But look at the Canada stuff that I got today. We got this set. We got a cougar. We got a grizzly bear. We got a moose. We actually got a couple of coppers that are neat. And we got a walker. So, I'm happy. I'm happy. I enjoy getting stuff in the mail. It's just that you have to remember what you paid for stuff. Oh, good thing I had pants on today, huh? You got to remember what you pay for stuff, what it's worth to you. Exit strategy if you're stacking. If you're collecting, like I'm collecting Canadian stuff, doesn't matter. Who's going to get that collection when I die? Huh? Going to be my daughters. That's already, I already have the will stuff already put out, and the beneficiary, next kin stuff. All that's done for my daughters. For all my coins and guns, that goes to my daughters. My wife, nothing to do with those. She doesn't want nothing to do with those. So let the kids take care of that stuff. All right. What am I going to do today? I have to run out. I had to run to town, mail my stuff. And if anybody knows Dandy Dave, we need to get his address. Dandy Dave bought those 6 Goldbacks. Yeah, that's what's in there. 6 Goldbacks. So I need his address. And I made that announcement at the beginning of the stream that if you want anything or you bid on anything and got it, I need a claiming email. You guys know that. Most everybody in the stream knows you need claiming emails because a person needs to have your mailing address. So the only one that didn't send me a mailing address was Gatita. I already had her, so it doesn't matter. You guys already saw my I got like 10 sheets of paper notebook with addresses in. So if I have your address, I'll tell you. Who else? Most everybody who won something or bid on something, I had your address, and even some people I have, they send them again anyway. Dandy Dave, I did not. And I'm sorry I don't, but I don't think I've ever sent anything to you or got anything from you. So, yeah, I got to look and see, but I think I got Can's address written down. I went over it. Don't know. Anyway, I'm going to put these knives away, and today I got to go out to the other shed. Well, down there, get the battery charger, bring it up. Maybe I don't have to. I'll go out and try and start that mower first and move it out of the way. My wife's mower started. I got to move my other one out of the way. It's time to start mowing lawn. As far as mushrooms go, the other night I wasn't winning shit on, was it Steve looking for silver? I'm not sure. But I told Meg, I ain't winning shit. I'm going to go looking for mushrooms. That was Sunday night. Yeah, it was Sunday night. So I went looking for mushrooms. Did a lot of walking for a few hours. I went to a spot where I and my daughter had found some last year. My father-in-law, my brother-in-law, my wife, and my daughter have all been out there looking. They couldn't find any mushrooms. Okay. So I went to a place where I and my daughter had found them last year. And sure enough, I found 36 more morels. And I have pictures on my phone, but for some reason, when my daughter downloaded pictures off my phone and my hard drive, it screwed up something on my computer. And if I look at the pictures on my phone, it shows me pictures. If I try and upload them to, say, YouTube, then what happens is it just shows me an image and a JPEG. It doesn't show me the picture at all, and it won't let me transfer. It says there's an error of some kind. So my daughter's going to have to rework that before I can show you pictures of what I found or anything else I have on my phone for that matter. So, but I found 3 dozen mushrooms. I think the tallest was probably 4 inches, maybe 4 inches. And I found some that were big as your half of your thumb. Not even that thick, maybe like your little finger. And so I found enough for a meal. I and my wife will have a few mushrooms tonight or tomorrow. Some asparagus, fresh asparagus. We got fresh asparagus. Mushrooms and asparagus in the spring. Those are delicious. All right, that's all I got for you guys. I got to get that mower started. I'm going to go out and split wood. I got plenty of wood to split. I got to change. I'm going to put I'm going to take the bucket off my skid loader and put the forks on and move some logs around. All right. Got 2 pissed off Greek women who can't hear nada. Why not? Why can't they hear anything? Yeah, computer's fucked up or their phone's fucked up. One or the other. You just woke up, so you're a third shift guy. Yeah, we got people that come in streams at all hours, man. Oh, I think the mower, I when it gets coming towards spring, I take the batteries out every fall. I keep them down in the shop and go through them, and I recharge it. And did a load test on it. Good battery yet, so charge it up, put it in the motors, so they should be good. I have one battery in my four-wheeler that wouldn't hold a charge at all, and I tried to rejuvenate it, and that didn't work, so it was junk, and time for that one to get replaced. So I bought one at the four-wheeler place when I replaced it a few years ago, and it was 190 some with tax, 100 something. And this year I took the number off the battery and went online to Amazon. I bought one off Amazon for $46. So that just tells you what kind of a markup businesses get on stuff. So don't let them fool you, man. Don't let them fool you. Now, there are some things that I don't want to wait for. And I could pay for Amazon 2-day shipping and, but they're pretty goddamn quick about it anyway. You're going to get it within a week. So if you can wait, that's fine. But if you need something right now, then I'll go into town to small business and I'll pay what I need to pay to get it because I need it now. But for the few things that I do order, I'm not going to get Amazon Prime. I'm just not going to pay for it. If you're buying everything that you need, food, everything, off Amazon, yeah, Amazon Prime would probably be good for you. Or if you're a business ordering stuff from Amazon, yeah, then Amazon Prime is probably good. But I don't need it, so I'm not paying for it. Anyway, that's what we got. Anybody else got anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to say? I can talk. Doesn't matter. But if not, I'm going to sign her off and go outside because I'm going to have to put this stuff on my spreadsheet and it's got to go out to the safe. So, God damn, I'm running out of room in my safe. I have several big sets like this out of Canada, Canadian stuff. I'm going to tell you what, that takes up a lot of goddamn space. Individual coins, slabs, stuff like that. Nah, I could put that all into ammo boxes and they stack really nice. But when it comes to odd sized boxes like this and sets and books, takes up way too much space. All right. That just tells me I need a new safe. I'm thinking about another safe and moving some files. Say I have two drawer filing cabinets, military style with combination locks on and everything, fireproof, all that I keep ammunition and reloading powder in. For a house fire, whatever. It's protected for a while anyway. Thinking about taking that stuff out of there and using those two for Canadian coins. Maybe. I'll see how it's going to go. But I have to go to Harbor Freight, look at safes over there, and then down at Tyson's and look at another gun safe down there. And we'll see what the best option will be. Franklin Mint sets, yeah, and they take a tremendous amount of space. Yes, they do. I used to collect Franklin Mint sets. There was a time when I was collecting those at the beginning of my coin collecting career. And I've since gotten rid of all those. I sent some out to Tim out in New Hampshire and 2 boxes of stuff, which he can't find, hasn't been able to find for a year. I finally sent him another letter, a registered letter, and said, find that stuff, man. Anyway, I made comments on Yankee Stream too, and never got a reply. So, and if he just decides to keep it, fuck it. What are you gonna do about it? Anyway, I got rid of all that stuff. And then there was one time I was collecting plates, the painted plates that you hang on a wall, special plate hangers and all that stuff. I was collecting those. I think I had 20, 25 of them. I eventually sold all that stuff too. And then it was into rifles and pistols. I always had a few, but then I started consuming more content, pistol content. And so then I started collecting, especially CZs and Canics, Colts, of course, Brownings, Ruger Mark 1, M77 Mark 1s, Remington 700s, old ones, pre-64s, Winchester 70s. So, yeah, and I've slowed down on pistols a little bit. I have one on layaway yet, and I just bought an FN Reflex like 4 months ago, and I have this other one. Matter of fact, I got to go over and pay him today. I think I can pay off the balance today, and then lay another one away. But yeah. And really, the only collection I have is my Canadian stuff. Although I do collect, and if I get them at the right price, U.S. Mint commemorative sets. And like I told you guys before, my brother collects U.S. Mint proof sets. That's it. All he collects, proof sets. And he's got them all from 2025. He just got this last week through into the 50s. I think he's missing 2 in the 50s. And he's working on 40s. I don't know how far back they go, but that's what he's working on. So, yeah, I know. I'm kind of glad my wife doesn't collect stuff per se, except crafty shit. My wife's she just lays stuff everywhere, especially out in the garage. What do I need a shed for? What do I need a shed for? When I put up another shed, what do I need another shed for? Because you never have enough shed space. And now she's got her garage full. I can't park it. I don't park in the garage. She has 2 vehicles in there, 2-car garage. I don't have any vehicles in there. I gave her a toolbox, tools. She has a little air compressor, a battery charger, her own shit in there. She takes care of her own shit most of the time. But you wouldn't believe how much stuff is in there now, especially old furniture. Old furniture that she's going to redo, refinish, put back together. Oh my God. Oh my God, there's wood everywhere. I would have burned it a long time ago. But that's her thing. So, what are you going to do? Hopefully, before I die, a lot of this stuff will be cleaned up and I get rid of some stuff. I got a boat out there I got to sell. Anything else I really don't want to sell. I mean, my scrap, of course, steel, aluminum, all the copper and all that stuff that I scrap. That all gets sold. That goes up every year. It gets sold. I was trying to hold on to stuff for a while to the maybe middle of Trump's presidency, after these tariffs take hold and settle out and everything's good to go. And then the price of metal will hopefully go up a little in price. Don't know. We'll see. But I was trying to hold on to stuff until then. May have to make a run. I don't know. But I don't need the money, so I don't need the space. That's all outside junk. I know my wife loves old furniture. Yeah, I'm going to put this together. I'm going to refinish that. I got to do, oh, Jesus. I should show you. There's like a board that was in her parents' basement. It's about 3 foot wide by 3 foot, 3 foot square by 3 foot. It's got pockets in every corner. It's like fishnet, like pool pockets in all four corners. It's you could play checkers, chess, backgammon. There were a whole bunch of pegs and rings and little look like little bowling pins. And she looked it up on the internet. She Googled it. It's something you could do like 88 games on the thing. And if you had the entire set, bring in like $500, $600. One lady had an entire set she found and donated to the Smithsonian. It was made in the 40s or early 50s. And she wants to redo the netting in the pockets. It's never going to be original. You cannot do it like the original unless you have someone do it. You can't do that. I know because of her arthritis in her fingers. Not going to be able to tie knots and make the net and then stitch it at the bottom to make the hole, to close the net up, and then to put it around because there's a piece of wire that holds it in the pocket with two staples that hold it into the wood. So you're not going to be able to do that. I mean, there comes a point where you have to realize you're too old, you're too crippled to do that shit, and you might as well pay someone to do it. Like I just paid Osage Towing and Repair to service my vehicle. That means air filter, oil filter, tires, check the differentials, transfer, transmission, fluids, all the fluids. And I got a front cover on my engine that's leaking a little bit, but I'm at 180,000 miles on it. So, yeah, it'll last for a while yet. Not a problem. But I let other people do that for me. I pay other people to do that because as crippled up as I am, I'm not crawling under vehicles anymore. I can do it, but I hurt bad. Do I know how to do it? Yes, I know how to do it. But that's what you save money for when you're young. So when you're old, you can do that shit. You don't have to fucking do it yourself. Yes, I still split wood. Yes, I still cut wood. But I can start and stop that whenever I want. I get tired. I hurt. I can quit, come in the house. Doesn't matter. So, all right. Very good. We're going to see you guys later. We're at an hour. Peace out, man.